Hi, my name is Casey and I will be doing the gender tag created by Ashley Wild, and I'll link her description down below. If you want to know all about that tag, she has an introduction tag, explain the tag and why she created it, and then she also has her doing the tag. So those links will also be below. So without further ado, let's get started. Question 1. How do you self-identify your gender, and what does that explanation mean to you? I identify myself as female. I was born a female, and I identify as myself as a female. But I do understand that I portray more masculine qualities in my appearance. And that expression means to me is that when I was younger, I was confused sometimes, especially when I was like 19, 20. I would wonder to myself why I didn't act this way or dress this way, and for a time I thought I was maybe transgender, but now I know I only thought about that for a second, but I identify as female and I am a female cis. What pronouns do you use? I use the pronouns her, she, hers. I'm trying to figure out all the pronouns, so basically female pronouns. I like the female pronouns. Describe the style of clothes you most often wear. 95% of my clothes does come from the men's department. My shirts, pants, shorts. I like the looser fitting clothes, especially with the shirts, and also with the jeans too. It's difficult for me sometimes also because even though I'm not a short female, I'm about 5'5", I am a short guy when it comes to guys' clothing. So buying pants is rough also with shirts too because I'm not skinny mini, and so the height weight ratio is rough. So yeah, I do shop in the men's department 95% of the time. I'm not totally uncomfortable from buying a shirt from the girls department if I like the fitting of it, and if it's baggy enough or something. I do have about 4 articles of clothing from Victoria's Secret that are not bras, but they were like loose sweaters and loose tanks and stuff. So I'm not like 100% male clothing, but yes, I do prefer it. Talk about your choices with body hair. Do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? As you can tell, my hair is short. I really like it. Cut it short about 8 years ago when I turned 18, and I haven't looked back. With the hairstyles I've gone through, I've gone where it's covering the forehead to this style, but mostly it's always been short and tapered off, and then this part is usually either up or down. I like it this way, but about every 6 months I change it. I do shave my legs. I feel like it's more comfortable and cleaner. I only shave up to the knee though. Above that, I just kept it plain, which is nice since if I shaved it, it would have grown in darker. I do shave my armpits as well. I just feel like it's more comfortable and cleaner. It's not for a body image type or whatever, it's just because it is. Obviously, I don't have any like facial hair. I do clean up my eyebrows, wax them about every 6 months when somebody like a friend, my sister, or a partner would say, hey, you're getting a little too ridiculous, clean them up, and I do. It doesn't bother me, I just don't like, it just hurts. I don't really get a lot of hair, like I don't wax anything else besides the eyebrows every 6 months. Talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? It usually depends on how I have my hair. If I have it like this, the style, I won't wear makeup. The only makeup I've ever used since I was like about 18 was mascara and eyeliner. And I don't use that with this short hair because I would look like an emo kid, a young emo boy. If I do have my hair longer and down, I don't mind wearing it. Sometimes it adds to the outfit, especially if I'm wearing brighter colors, but if I could go without it, I usually do. I don't paint my nails. I don't really like it. It's just unappealing to me to wear them. I like it on other people, but to me, I don't like them. I did my nails once, like with the fake ones, just to see how it is for like, but I could barely handle them for a week. But yeah, I don't really like anything on my nails, and if I do get coerced to paint them, I usually just peel them off like the day later. The types of soaps I use is men's smelling, Axe or Old Spice. I really like the new Axe White. I think it's called Nightmare. It's really nice. And then with the cologne, I use I forgot what it's called at the moment, but I switch around. I don't buy very expensive at the moment. I'm still searching for that one brand of mine. But yeah, I do like to smell more masculine. Have you experienced ever being misgendered? If so, how often? Yes, I have experienced being misgendered, and it happens every single day. If I go out into a convenience store or anywhere in basically public, I do get the stare or the sirs or the hey man or the weird looks, especially in the bathroom. This happened a lot when I was in Vegas, especially in the casinos. The older ladies in the bathrooms, I've constantly gotten the "excuse me, sir, you're in the wrong bathroom," or "I didn't know this was the men's restroom" and stuff. And it really doesn't bother me at all. I know how I present myself in my appearance, and if I wear clothes from the guy department, it's explainable. What I do mind though is when people, my friends or my partner or family, that make a big deal of it. Say I was at the restaurant and we were all ordering food, and the waitress or waiter goes, "Hey sir, here's your food," or something, and they were talking to me. And as soon as the waiter leaves, they talk about it, or they go on about it. Usually when people misgender me, they usually correct themselves, or it's cool, but that's what I do not like, is when other people make a big deal out of it that are my friends, families, and partners. Do you experience dysphoria, and how does that affect you? I do not experience dysphoria. The only thing I do experience is maybe like a wanting for something smaller. I wear sports bras, and I do have tiny breasts, but I would like them to be smaller because of the style of clothing I wear. I like to be flat-chested. I would never proceed to do any surgeries or anything, but I do wear this tighter sports bras to create a more masculine look on top. I just like it that way. I don't have any body issues with myself. I don't get upset about it or whatever, but that is a point that I would like to make out. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? Do you want to be the primary caretaker for any children you do have? Yes, I do want to be a mom someday. I don't have a preference if I carry or not. Preferably, the whole process just weirds me out, but if there was an issue with my partner who couldn't carry, I would be willing to carry. Also with children, for me to love a child, it doesn't have to be biologically mine. So I am open to the idea of adoption, or say if my partner already had a kid before I met her, and I would then be a part of that child's life if we got serious. But love doesn't start with biological. If I do have a kid, I would like to be 50% of that child's primary caretaker, so me and my partner would take care of it, and then if something does go down, as long as we're both able to take care of it, I would like to be joint custody. Talk about money. Is it important for you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important to you that you earn more than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you uncomfortable with others paying for you or offer to pay for you? With a partner, I do expect that each of us do have a job. If we are both able, it's just, I feel more equal, and it creates more of a balance. Also, I feel like people get more sense of a pride if they're contributing, and you can see that within myself and my partner. It is not important for me to earn more. As long as my partner's happy and I'm happy doing what we're doing, it doesn't matter who's making more personally. If they are in a job they love and they make more, then go at it. I'm happy, and I hope the same goes for vice versa, and I would hope that in a future partner of mine, I find that in her that she wouldn't mind either. And when I go out on dates, I usually pay for them, just because I'm the one that tends to offer to go on a date. But it's not important for me to pay for a date. Actually, I prefer that we kind of go Dutch, where maybe I'll pay for the movies and then she'll pay for dinner, or if we do 2 activities, I'll pay for one, she pays for the other, so we're kind of 50-50. The only problem I do have when I do pay for dates is if I feel like I'm obligated to, like she expects me to, that's when I do have an issue. But I do have an issue with that if that's for other people. If they feel like they have to, then I don't want them to, so, which kind of doesn't make sense, but as long as it's out of a good gesture, then I don't mind them paying for it. But if they feel like they need to or they have to, then I do mind. And the last question, anything else you want to share about your experience with gender? In closing, what I want to share is everybody's not this or that, black and white, and fit in boxes. Even though I identify as female, I don't look like your typical female. But again, what is a typical female and what is a typical male? In society, we feel like we have to fit in these boxes, but are praised by our individuality. But when our individuality shines, then we are outside these boxes that we so crave in. Again, full circle. So all I have to say is, if you see someone like me, please don't stare. We're just chilling out there, having fun. And when I'm in the girls' bathroom, just assume that I know what I'm talking about and that I can read, and that I know I'm in the right restroom. Thanks. Well, that was a tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Again, Ashley Wild created this, and her link is in the description. If you want me to create more videos like this where I'm talking about this, or tags in which I talk about other things provided by other people, then please leave a comment below telling me. Also, let's start a conversation in the comments, and maybe if there's enough, I'll make a video about it. Thank you. Bye.